man, welcome back to the Dreamcasting Gaming Podcast. Back today with myself, Raphael, Carl, and Sean. And primarily today's episode will be covering the recent event known as BlizzCon. And if I'm right, we haven't had a BlizzCon in quite a few years. At least one with the public being there. Am I right or wrong in that, Sean?
Yeah, the one with the public's probably like something like 2019.
Wow. Okay. So this was quite a big event on that basis alone. But it was made even bigger by some of the stuff that happened during the event, or some of the things that was revealed. So we were getting onto that after we've gone round the round table and caught up, and yeah, and we'll take it from there. So without further ado, Carl, have you been? What's new? And let us know what's been going
on. Nothing really new. Finished off the latest season of Demon Slayer. Really impressive. That is a really good anime. Been playing a lot of Battlefield 2042. Just gone back into that. Changed a lot of things in that. Just having a good time in that. And also the New World expansion.
Before you go into the New World expansion, what is it about 2042? It is 2042, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it about it that's made you go back, and not just go back, but keep you there for longer than just trying it out? What's made it worthy?
It's just a better, like, it's got more content than it did when it launched. More guns, more modes, and they've improved like the balancing of the guns, so it's not just like a one gun. You know, everybody's running around with, like, you can diversify your like your builds and stuff like that. So it's just, and I think it's just because it's had an influx of players because of the DLC and the new map they put in that was very reminiscent to the very famous Operation Locker map on one of the, I think it was Battlefield 4. Was it Battlefield 4?
Yeah, it's one of them. It's 3 or 4, yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah, I think
yeah. I remember that map.
Yeah, so it's got a new map that really gives you that kind of feeling again. So a lot of the old school people have come back to the game, and it's like feels a bit more alive now. But yeah, just something. You know what it is? I just wanted something different. You know what I mean? Something different. Like, I just wanted to feel that, like, that FPS. I had that FPS itch. So it's scratching that at the moment, because I'm not really interested in the new Call of Duty. I've heard so many bad things about that, so I won't be touching that at all.
Yeah, I heard IGN gave it a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, man.
For the first time ever.
Wow.
Yeah. Game's trash, man.
Wow.
Trash.
Then it must be in a very bad place. And let me just let you know, listeners, one of the other members who's not here today, Terrence, he actually had a lot to say about Call of Duty, but he couldn't make it on this episode. So we will try our best for the next one to see exactly what he has to say as someone who's purchased the game. And that should be interesting. But yes, continue, Carl.
Yeah. So just a little bit something different to dabble in. Actually having fun with it. Getting used to all the operators and new operators as well. So it's like, it's kind of like a refresher, you know. So
right.
Yeah,
I get that.
But yeah, and I've been playing New Worlds. I joined another company, PvP company. So doing a lot of
How's
PvP.
that working out?
Yeah, it looks really good. Company on my server, and they're just like recruiting at the moment. So I jumped in it's like a influence push, where you push influence in a certain zone that you want to declare war in. So I did that last night, and they seem really organized. They seem like they've been together for a while. Like, I think of, like, in multiple games. Like, I think they were talking about Albion Online and all sorts of stuff like that. So
okay, that's good.
Yeah, so they seem like mature people, no toxicity. So yeah, just been enjoying that side of the community for a little while. But other than that, not really much new, to be honest with you. Yeah, not many. But I mean, I've seen there's some new. Obviously, we'll get into that because there's some Diablo news.
Yeah.
So Diablo's getting some big changes coming to Diablo, so that might revamp the game, but we'll see on that. But yeah, I will be installing Diablo. I'll try it out when all this stuff starts coming out. But other than that, yeah, just same old, really.
Okay. Sounding good. So, moving on to you, Sean. What's new and what can you share with us today since the last time?
I think since the last time I was playing the Cyberpunk expansion from Liberty. So I'm getting to near the end of that. So it's like near a conclusion, but it's one of these things where they do a sort of thing in that expansion. They do it quite a few times where you can't progress a quest until the person contacts you, and it will tell you to like wait a day or wait 2 days until they contact you. So I'm somehow waiting for the NPC to contact me to see what's going to happen next. So yeah, so I know I'm near the end, but yeah, it's like I have to wait to see how that finally concludes. But it's definitely
Sure. How long did it take you to get to where you were, like in terms of like the full experience?
I'd say it's probably. I reckon it's within 10 hours, so it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not like long. Yeah. It's not like
Nah, it's not very long. Nah, I wouldn't say it's very long, but obviously it's one of these things where I think I'm at the end, but I have to see if it actually does. If there's more, if it just be like, oh, there's a lot more going to happen, so I can't exactly confirm. It feels like it's the end, but yeah, I don't know until I see what happens next. But yeah, I'll have to see. But yeah, I mean, the story's more interesting than the main campaign ever was. So there's that. It's a lot more interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it's definitely more interesting. But I have to see where it goes. So yeah, so there's that Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. And I've been back into World of Warcraft with the next patch that's coming out. They did a whole rework of the Havoc Demon Hunter, which is a class that I play, and the rework. I messed around with it on the PTR, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. It's just made the class a lot more fun.
And guys, those of you listening, you just heard the acronym PTR. That's a public test realm. Or server. Well, with us, it's the realm. So basically, this way you get to try out the game, the newest version of the game before it's officially released. So
that's
you
correct,
get to that's basically what it is. If you're scratching your head wondering, what does he mean by PTR? What is that?
Yeah. Yeah. So the public test realm, it's been good to be able to test out the changes and see what that's like. So obviously tomorrow the patch launches. So it's, I'm going to be all in there.
What's the patch? What's in the patch? Sorry, Sean, is it just a new revamp for the Demon Hunter? Or is there
so a revamp for the Demon Hunter, a revamp for Rogue. So Rogue, all 3 specs are being revamped.
Oh, Rogue, yeah?
Yeah. All 3 specs for Rogue is revamped. Disc Priest is revamped. And of course there's a new zone. Huh?
I know Raph likes
that. Is very, listen, I'll explain, but yeah, you're very, very right about that.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
So there's quite a few things coming with tomorrow's patch, and I'm also going to get the new PvP Brawl, which is them testing out solo queue RBG, which has been one of my most wanted features. Yeah. So one of my most wanted features for WoW. You're down for that?
Yeah, I'm back for that. That I've always wanted that, man. I've always rated
Yeah,
that.
so have I. It's been one of my most wanted
But
features in
BGs,
WoW.
I prefer BGs to Arena. I like
Yeah,
Arena, but I
yeah,
prefer BGs.
absolutely. Like, I
Yeah,
totally agree with you with that. Like,
yeah.
BGs is so much more fun than Arena
They're
to me.
more fun. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so much more fun. I like objectives. I like playing towards objectives.
yeah.
It just makes it more interesting than just the
And the thing
usual.
is, Sean, you know, what was pissing me off, like pissing me off about WoW in terms of the BG, like it's like they want you like a specific role, and you know when you got these
Yeah, yeah. They're so
like,
like, oh, have you got
man,
this
oh
achievement? Have you done this?
yeah, like
Like
have
they
you got this
gatekeep.
ready?
There's too many gatekeepers. And that's the
That's what
problem.
I'm saying. It's so gate kept. It's unbelievable.
Hmm.
Like just to get into a team, and then as soon as you lose, yeah, you're out. You're kicked. Do you understand? Even though you might be playing well, you're kicked. Like, like you just gone, bro.
That's what
What's
I'm
that? I was doing
saying.
alright, bro. Like,
I just
nah, we
spent an
lost
hour
now.
looking for a
Yeah,
team and it's done
yeah.
already.
Then you kicked,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
yeah.
flipping out. Like, too much, man.
This is
Too
what I'm
much.
saying. That's why solo queue RPG is going to answer so many. It's going to fix so many
Good.
issues. There is no more. You're not going to come across pre-mades. That's
Mm.
gone. So it's fixing so many problems with BGs that it's just. I couldn't ask for anything better than that. Like
And
having
the
a
thing
solo
is
queue
with
RPG.
WoW, I know I can go on the game, and all I have to do is play for a few weeks, and I'll be back. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it's just
Yeah.
like I know with WoW, like it's one of them games is always easy to get back into. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, yeah,
so,
yeah. No,
I'm not
it's
really.
like, bro, you could probably get if you were to jump in today, you could get your farm your honor gear in a day, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. This is
Yeah,
what I'm saying,
yeah,
and that's the good
yeah,
thing about it. It's easy to get back into, you know.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's good news still.
So yeah, and then obviously, we've obviously had BlizzCon and the announcements have come, and we're going to talk about that. And that's just gotten me
Mm,
more excited to just be in the world of Warcraft because there's so
yeah,
much there that's happening that is insane. But we're going to
yeah.
get into that. But yeah, over to you, Raf. What have you
Okay,
been
so
doing
before
since?
before I say what I've been up to, I will just give you a bit more details on this update that Sean was talking about. Because as much as he mentioned the classes there, this is a very sizable update, and it is mostly themed around the Emerald Dream. And the biggest updates within this patch is for the Druid. The Druid gets a massive overhaul, as well as a lot of new shape-shifting abilities or forms, shall I say, customizations, along with the race known as the Blood Elves. They also get that as well. So it's very, very content heavy for all aspects of WoW, from the raiding to the PvPing. So that's just a bit more details on that. And with myself, what have I been doing since the last time? I too had been playing World of Warcraft, and you may have heard Carl mention the fact that I do like a Discipline Priest. Well, I do like the Discipline Priest, and I was playing quite a lot of rated battlegrounds, which within craft is a competitive ranking sort of player versus player system. And I managed to make my way to 1800, which you start at 0, you work your way to 1800, which is quite a respectable rating. I think the top rating is,
Oh, yeah.
what's from 2, is
Are
that
you
right?
there?
Is that like the top rating, 2400? Yeah, yeah. Are you there?
Yeah,
Did you not hear word? Did you hear me at all?
yeah, yeah,
2000,
yeah.
it's 2000, is it 2004 2008? No, that's 2000, I think
Yeah,
it's,
I mean, for titles, 2400 is the like you get Gladiator is the highest rating it's the highest title you can get,
yeah,
which is
Gladiator,
at
yeah,
2400. Yeah,
for each
Okay, so
season, isn't
there
it?
you go.
For
So,
each season, yeah, you get a Gladiator
yeah.
title.
so
So
yeah,
so
so
yeah.
respectfully, I got to over 1800, and yeah, so I was really enjoying that. Um, have there been anything else I've been playing? I tell you what, I didn't get to play it, but I have been following it a lot, and it's a game called RoboCop Rogue City.
Oh,
I
yeah, I
was
saw that.
borderline tempted.
I've seen that. Sorry, go
I
on.
was borderline tempted to buy it, but I was really involved in playing craft, and also something else that took quite a bit of my time, or shall I say my entertainment time, of the last month was, anyone listening, anyone knows me knows I'm familiar with with Warhammer gaming. So I'd always talk about the Total War Warhammer series. I've always said a lot about it, and in recent times I've managed to warm my way into the tabletop, which is where most Warhammer games, but Warhammer is based from the tabletop series, which is where, if you don't know what tabletop is, it's pretty much the minifigures played with a set of rules very similar to Dungeons and Dragons, with a dice roll, with role playing and so forth. And yeah, so I took myself to one of their game workshops. I got a starter kit, which involves getting the minifigures yourself, building them up, and you get a set of paints if you want to. Now, for some people, they don't paint, they don't like to do it. They'll get someone else to do it, or they'll just play their characters plain. But I took the jump and tried it, and I was pretty happy as a beginner with where it got to. But I'm thoroughly enjoying the aspect of painting your own figures, learning the lore, going through it.
Yeah.
So that was something I've definitely delved into in the last month, and I'll definitely be going into it more. And I may even do a solo episode about much more about Warhammer and my personal feeling of the future. It can happen from as I expect.
We losing Rap?
Yeah, cutting out.
Wow.
Wow,
Did he
yeah,
cut
the
out?
connection lost. Did you
Yeah.
where did I cut out from? What's the
You're
last
talking
thing I
about
said?
wanting to do a solo episode about the.
Yeah, so basically, so yes, I was saying there's a possibility that I may do a solo episode about Warhammer, or it may even be one within an episode that we're doing. But and it would be basically my feeling on the future of what's possible from a cinematic point, and just someone who's really only played the games, and that would be from Dawn of War back in the mid 2000s right through to current time with a Total War Warhammer. I'm really hard pressed to find something that matches them with just the content of stories and characters. It's that vast and far reaching that's what's really thrown me a lot. I thought I knew, but I didn't really know. So yeah, so that's what's gone on for me since the last episode. And I guess, unless there's any questions, I guess we move on. No questions?
No, man, it's all good.
Okay, so we move on. So yeah, let's start. So we had BlizzCon just the other day, and to put things into perspective, over the last few years, there's been a back and forth with regards to Microsoft acquiring the company known as Activision Blizzard, which is behind very famous properties known as Diablo, Overwatch, Warcraft, and obviously World of Warcraft 2, and Hearthstone. And that the acquirement came through within the last month or so. So with that being the case, at the beginning of the conference, at Water, Phil Spencer. Hey, can you guys still hear me? I don't know if I feel like I'm
Yeah. Can.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so at Walt's Phil Spencer, and there is an absolute eruption. And Phil Spencer being the head of what the gaming division is. What's his actual title at Microsoft? I'm sure.
Well, he's I believe he's what's the title? I don't know the title, but I believe he's the Xbox CEO for the Xbox division.
Okay, so there you go. So he came out to a very and I made it a very happy reaction to see him there. He spoke about how he's been a fan, and just all the right words and stuff. And it was a good start. And I think we will start with exactly what they started with. So they mentioned Overwatch 2. I think that was the beginning of the ceremony. And they got a new character called Moga, who is Samoan-based character. Now, what I will say is this. I was watching it, and more than anything, I looked at it and I said, yeah, I remember I used to really like this game. But the key word was used to. And I'm like, man, what happened to Overwatch? I mean, I can see the fandom is still there. It's still very huge. it's a fan base, but I just couldn't really put my finger on, what happened. Why I just don't really feel to even go back to it. But they were giving it some love. And yeah, I mean, how did you guys feel with seeing that reveal of that character and with Overwatch as a whole? Like, what's your feelings on it at the minute, whether you play it or not?
I lost a lot of hope for Overwatch when we were saying about Overwatch 2, because it's just DLC. You know what I mean? It's the same game. No real, nothing's really changed.
Yeah, it was never Overwatch 2. It was just.
Remember, they were talking about this PvE mode, and you'll be able to, level up. I don't know what they was talking about, but that got scrapped. And now they're bringing out a Samoan character, so it's not really, it's nothing. It's just going to bring me back to the games. It might be good for someone that's played the game and likes that, but that's not really appealing to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just an afterthought now. You know what I mean? It's like one of those games you played, had a little bit of fun at the time, and that's it. There's no, for me.
The truth.
Wow. Okay. And yourself, Sean, how did you feel seeing it?
I mean, it literally, I had forgotten about it from the moment they announced it. It just doesn't register at all. Like, there's just no interest. I played Overwatch 1 back when it came out, and Overwatch 2 was just, it's 2 by the title. There was nothing like about the game that was changed or updated. Nothing, that the engine wasn't changed. It's the same game. And so it's literally meant nothing to me, and there isn't anything, they didn't announce anything that makes me think, oh, I want to jump back in there. Like, they've added multiple characters since when I played it, and this Samoan character isn't going to make a difference.
Yeah.
It doesn't speak to me at all.
Okay. Well, I hear that.
The thing with Overwatch is that Overwatch is like, it's got its own following. You know what I mean? There's just a certain group of that play.
I mean, quite a massive one.
It is massive.
It used to be. They made people very angry with the cancellation of the PvE.
Yeah.
So they've lost quite a sizable audience.
Yeah. And it's very monetized now. Very skins and stuff.
Yeah. Because in Overwatch 1, you could get your skins by getting loot boxes within the game. And you could earn your skins. But in Overwatch 2, you can't earn the skins anymore.
Nope.
So they pissed off a lot of people. And their excuse was the PvE was why they were changing everything. But now they scrapped the PvE. It makes no sense for them to have kept the monetization of 2 when Overwatch 1's monetization was better. Because just remember, to remind people that Overwatch 1 was a buy-to-play game, and Overwatch 2 is free-to-play. And what they've done is with the Overwatch 2, they've made that free-to-play monetization a lot more predatory.
Yeah.
So this is it. So that's why people are very peed off with the Overwatch team, and they didn't announce anything at BlizzCon to appease the fans that they annoyed.
Nope.
So so it's in a bad place.
Yeah, it's not really doing well.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I did you guys hear me?
Yeah.
No, did you say something?
No. I saw basically. So let me just let the listeners know. At the moment over here, we're having we've had some quite extreme weather recently, and I believe we're about to get some more from tomorrow, from what I've heard. So for whatever reason, connections just seem pretty bad. Even now, I've got a thing telling me I've got poor connection. I don't know if that's being received by you guys, but do bear with me if you're listening. Still at this point. So we were with Overwatch, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm in agreement with you guys. I had played it last year. I mean, it is a fun game. However, the worst thing I think some of these companies do is miscommunicate, and then not even not even a what's the term I'm looking for here? Like even when you say you're going to do something and not do it, not have something else to make up for that, because for what they said Overwatch 2 was going to be, and for it now not even being remotely close to that, it's like, well, where's the other side of that then? You think you just can just keep giving more and more characters and people still aren't going to have that feeling of, well, you said that there was going to be this and there was going to be that, but there's nothing even remotely close to those things.
Yeah.
And it's, to me, it feels like there's so many characters, like it's getting bloated in my opinion. It's like, okay, this is just a mix of this guy and that guy and whatever. When you got a game with that many characters, you need to have a lot more.
Oh, did we just lose Raft again?
Yeah, he come back. He's back now.
He's cut out. Yeah?
No, you can hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
You
can
We
you
can
hear
hear
me?
you now. We can hear you now.
Yeah, so what's the last one you heard me say?
Yeah, it's bloated. Got loads of cats. Too many cats.
Yeah, so I mean, it's bloated, and I feel to myself, when you've got that much characters, you can do a lot more with them than what they need to be doing. Particularly that they come with a lot of stories as well. Like you'll see, even at the convention, like there's a whole background and all of this and that. And it's
They've
like,
got
well,
like, there's a lot of lore behind it because it was supposed
yeah.
to. I think because it was
But,
supposed to be an MMO. I think they took a lot of that lore and they put
well,
it into.
look. We know that. We knew that from before the game came out. It was meant to be an MMO. But again, when they were talking about number 2, there was going to be this whole aspect of
Yeah,
you playing
they
out
were
stories
saying
and stuff like
they were
that.
saying that this is what it's got. Overwatch is supposed to be like or something. And this PVE like lore behind it, and it could do all this. And they took the whole thing out and just gave it the same game back and put a 2 on it.
Yeah, it's just too crazy, and it justifies. Oh, you're not going to have to pay. Well,
What do you mean I'm
obviously,
not
if you're
gonna
not
pay? I've
giving
got
us
the
what you
game already.
said,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, then
Yeah.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
swear to God, bro.
Yeah, you just,
Yeah.
Ready.
and that's what I'm saying. It's those kind of things that just put people off and just make them say, oh, I can't be asked. So that was Overwatch. Then I believe it moved on to Diablo 4, may I say. Now, some people may be saying, Diablo 4, didn't that just come out? Yes, it did. But they had a lot to say. And one of the most surprising things they had to say was that players of Diablo 4 can look forward to an actual expansion within the next year. That was very surprising for me. I'm not sure if you heard about that, Cole. I know you said you didn't watch the event, but did you hear anything on Diablo 4? Having a new expansion?
Yeah, little bits and pieces, but like more about the new season. I think it was the new
Alright,
season.
so Sean, did you get to listen in on the Diablo 4? I think it was a campfire or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was a campfire. They didn't say too much. Obviously they've
Okay.
announced the new expansion, Vessels of Hatred. They said that there'll be a new class in this expansion, a class,
yeah. I
you
heard
know,
about that. Yeah,
yeah, they said a class that has never been in any Diablo game. So we're going to be getting a class that has never been featured in any Diablo game before. So there's a whole lot of speculation about what this class is. I've heard some rumors about it's a spirit-based class. But yeah, no one knows exactly the actual name of the class, what it's actually going to be. There was rumors back in the day about a paladin, but yeah, a paladin's been in Diablo 2, so they said that it's a class that's never been in a Diablo game, so yeah, it's going to be something new. So yeah, so we'll have to see what that is once they are ready to reveal what that class is. But yeah, that was that's the bulk of it, to be fair.
Well, I mean,
They
also,
didn't give away too
go on,
much.
sorry.
No, I was saying they
Yeah,
didn't give
and
away too much, so it was a very, yeah.
other than that, I think the rest that they gave, the rest of the information they gave about was, yes, there's going to be a new class, but there'll also be, which I think for most of us who played the game and we did praise the story, it is going to continue with the primeval Mephisto and his demonic plans for Sanctuary, which will lead us to Vidget regions new to Diablo
Mm.
4. So that in itself is quite a thing, because as we know, we completed it and we saw how it ended. It was like, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. So
Yeah.
yeah, and a new class, that's nice. And I think for me, the surprise is that there is an expansion coming as soon as that. So that's cool. And then I'll talk about Hearthstone. What surprised me with Hearthstone is that Hearthstone, which is a card-based digital game, is 10 years old. And that really blew my mind because I remember when Hearthstone came out, I've been playing the game, but for whatever reason, it just feels like I've been playing it for maybe 5 years. But it's actually a 10-year-old game, so they made that announcement. They've also brought in some new modes where two players can play at the same time.
Yeah, that's in the battlegrounds.
Yes, that's right. In the Battleground, they've also got a new expansion. The game has, it evolved a lot. I have not played it probably for the last two expansions. But I'd advise anyone, check it out if you've ever thought about a card game. It is fun.
But I don't know, because Raf, did you really play? Did you play the battleground at all?
Yeah. I played the Battlegrounds. I only ever got as far as being like in the last four, maybe even the last three. So like you start off and then you're working your way down. Last one. I think I never got that far. It was cool, but it used to take a little too long for me. So I used to do it to basically get. When you got like a quest for the day or a quest for the week where you'll get lots of these.
Yeah.
I was doing it more so for that. But sometimes I'd enjoy it, sometimes I wouldn't. But I just found it sometimes take a little too long.
Because I played it quite a lot still. I played a couple of the seasons as well, and I got quite high. But like the thing is with that game, with that part of it, because I used to play the normal, the normal modes. What's it called? What's the normal mode called? Right.
Just ranked, right? Or whatever it is. Yeah. I know what you mean.
I used to play that a lot, and obviously, when the meta changes, but it's a lot. That game is though, there's a lot of money involved in terms of that, getting your decks for each season as well. So it's like that in that aspect that kind of put me off. But the battlegrounds is more of like.
Understand.
Sorry, hello.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, Raf thinks let's have the rest mic again.
Yeah, no. I was saying, I can understand what you're saying there. I do get that.
No, but as I'm saying, I played a lot of the battlegrounds, and where it is, it's kind of like they take cards out. They're always improving it. You know what I'm saying? So it's got it's become really popular in terms of like, on Twitch and stuff like that. It's easier to watch. It's easier to understand. So it's like a lot of people are going for that more than the other game, because the other type, you have to really know what your deck does and to counter the other person. So because I know we've played it a lot, to like play each other a lot. So you know what I mean. That part of it was great.
Yeah.
But it's just building the deck. Like it's quite. You have to put money into that game. So you know what I mean.
I don't miss that.
Yeah, but if you do, you have to put money into
being tempted to spend money on card decks. Yeah.
I'll say this, money or time, because I'll say this to you. What I was doing, with the quests that you get, I would always manage to acquire something like 2,000, in-game gold.
Yeah, but you can't use that. You can't. But the thing is, you can't use it to buy the expansions and get the cards.
No. So let me finish. So you couldn't use it to buy the expansions, but what you could use it for was to buy the decks when the expansion launched. So what I would always do, and if I didn't feel like buying the expansion, which is I ain't buying this expansion, but it may have some stuff that I'm interested in, I would just stack up, and when it's released, remember you can choose which expansion.
But you need to look at the cash shop now. You can't do that. They've got there's a currency they put into the game, and you have to buy that currency. Can't even buy it anymore. No, your gold's useless now, bro. Trust me, gold is useless now. Try and buy a deck with gold. Go on, try.
Sorry, not deck. I'm talking about a card pack, not a deck. A card pack that you open up, because I'm pretty sure I did that the other day.
But the card packs, are linked to the because you play Wild though, don't you? You play Wild.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's different for you. That's what I'm saying. When you're playing the ranked or playing anything, you have to buy the deck. You have to buy the deck, because that deck, the cards the ones that you're buying are for the old expansions, right? When the new expansions come out, the new cards come out, and if you want to be competitive, you've got to have those cards. That means you've got to spend money to get the deck.
Well, listen. I'll say this, and Sean, I think you can testament to this. Sean was someone who hadn't, I think, really invested in any of the expansions for a long time, while I still was. And I remember I remember I'd play him with the whole idea that, look, I got these new cards now. I should be able to beat him down. And he had this one deck. I can't remember if it was a Death Rattle deck or some ridiculous deck that he had. And it was at least 2 expansions old. And it was still giving me a whole load of problems, even with the new, deck.
But what it is, that's wild. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So because it's
you
wild,
can't use those cards in the new. It doesn't let you use those cards.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
that's right. So you know what? I now get what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Basically, to compete with the rank,
so to compete,
you need the new cards.
You have to be part of the new cards. Yeah. I get you.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Which sucks really. That's why I never really.
That's predatory. Again, predatory behavior.
But that's why I came away from it. That's what I'm saying. I was doing right. I was getting into that gold. I think I got into diamond or something. I was getting up in the ranks. But then the new season will come. Bro, what? I could spend. Nah, bro, I'm off.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. I mean, I get it's a free game, but you know what? Someone said this online that I was like, it's so true. Free-to-play games are the most expensive games.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
They fucking are. It's so true.
They're the most expensive games, bro.
They're the most expensive
I learned
games.
that the hard way with Black Desert. Black Desert, My
Lost
God,
Ark,
bro.
all of them. I'm just like,
that's
why I don't do it no more. I'm not touching them anymore.
No, it's not free. It's not free, bro.
It's not free. And it'll rob you of your time as well.
Oh, rob you of your time. Rob you of your time. Yeah. Rob you of your time. Yeah.
Yep.
And you know what? Sorry. I'm going a bit off tangent, but I did actually load up my Xbox the other day, and I thought, let me go on my Black Desert. You know, it's still there. Account's still there. Giving me all these things to come back. I was like, nah, mate.
Yeah, they do that.
Still there. They kept my account. I haven't been on there. They kept my account open, bro. They said, yeah, this better's coming back. No, I ain't.
They're just doing the rubbing their hands. They're like,
yeah, bro. As soon as they see me come on, okay, let's give him some of this and that. Just give me
a few free tastes. Hey, have a
little bro. Nah, I'm not getting sucked into that, boy.
That's what I did. I loaded up Lost Ark like a few weeks ago. And I went in, they're giving me a free boost to this item level.
One. Yep, same
and
thing.
I was like, nah, they're trying.
Nah,
I was
mate.
like, nah, I'm out. Nah. Not going back on that treadmill.
You see, I don't mind games with stores that have cosmetics and stuff like that. I don't mind that, because at the end of the day, that's not going to do anything. It's not going to enhance you in any way. But when you've got things in the store that you need to buy to enhance your gear, nah, sorry, man. Sorry, you lost me. You lost me, bro. You know what I mean? You can't. I have to spend money to get more powerful. There's no other way. Nah, I'm sorry, man. Doing that, mate.
Yeah, is that all on Hearthstone, Raph, or is there more?
Yeah, that's it. So I guess now we move on to the main
event.
the main event. Sure.
Oh yeah.
And that will be the announcements of Warcraft and its expansion, going by the name The War Within. Now,
to clarify that.
Okay.
To clarify that, they announced a saga. So it wasn't just an expansion. They announced a saga that's going to cover the next 3 expansions. And they announced, obviously, the 3 expansions that is going to be part of...
And the Last Titan.
Yeah, so the saga is called the World Soul Saga. So what they're basically saying is that they're going to have a consistent story that's going to span across 3 expansions.
So for the next 6 years, basically.
Yeah. Which is good. At least everyone knows, there's not going to be any surprise.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Do you believe, because for those of you listening, World of Warcraft is 20 years old, near enough. And that would mean some of us have been playing it for nearly that amount of time. Nearly. Not quite, but nearly. And we've seen a lot of expansions in that time. I don't know the exact number, but it's a lot. Now, in that whole time,
this is going to be the 10th expansion, War Within.
Okay, so there you go. So 9 expansions before this one here. And in that time, we've never seen anything like this. So my what's the word? My no coincidence bug crept in, and I was like, could this have the influence of Microsoft now being part of them, or was this something they were doing before the arrival of Microsoft? Because this is very, this feels like really letting people know this is the long-term plan. This isn't, I've not seen them do this before, something like this. And I really say to myself, yeah, I believe that the Microsoft stepping in is letting them encouraging them to get this out. So instead of keeping it behind scenes, so you see like how sometimes they will know, but we wouldn't know. It's as if there's been a case of let them know as well. Find a way of.
But Raffers, I think they have to do that, you know, because of the takeover. Like they have to kind of reassure the people that play the game that this is what's going to happen, you know.
Well, this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. So I'm saying that in my feeling to it feels as if because of now Microsoft is there, there's been some encouragement to maybe, get the information out that there is a roadmap beyond just the next expansion you're doing, because that's what we've done for years. So listen to what I'm saying. So for years, it's always been like they would know that Wrath of the Lich King's coming after Burning Crusade, but we didn't know that when they launched it. They would know that after Cataclysm there was going to be Mist of Pandaria, but we didn't know that. So it was always a shock. Now, listen to this. The next 2 expansions are not a shock to us. That's never happened before.
Yeah.
This is what I'm
But
saying.
they did it with Dragonflight as well. So Dragonflight was the first time we got a visible roadmap of what's coming ahead. So that was the first time we ever got a roadmap for an expansion. So they have been, since obviously the whole court case thing, they've changed their whole model of how they present their expansions to us now. And they're now trying to be more open and provide visibility of what's coming ahead. And Dragonflight's the first time we got a roadmap for an expansion where it said spring and it says all the months when we're getting content. That we've never had that before. So Dragonflight's the first time they did that. So now they're obviously applying it to all their future expansions. Like, look, this is the roadmap.
Yeah.
Which is good. I think it's a much better way of delivering content as well as letting people know what's coming ahead. I think this is like Blizzard are on the right track.
I agree with that.
I definitely think it's good.
Okay, so moving on. Sean, you run us through the War Within.
So the War Within, obviously they announced that is the next expansion coming ahead. They're saying that the alpha test should begin around spring. So we're not too far away from that. And as always, we should expect a launch near the end of next year. But what was announced within the War Within, as, no pun intended, but we're getting a new allied race called the Urvan. So they're a dwarven race. They look like dwarves, but they seem to be more stone and crystallized, sort of like look to them. And apparently they're bigger than the average dwarf, so they're going to be a bigger race. And there's going to be 4 new zones. They showed us little videos and things of the zones. They do actually look really amazing for something that's supposed to be underground. Like normally you think underground zones are going to be like rocky and rock based, but there were areas that were like blooming green trees and all this stuff. So it was really like surprising to see that.
There was. Sorry, Sean. You see the is it the dwarven race that they're putting into this one also?
The Urban. They're called Urban.
Urban. That's it. Sorry, Dwarven. That's all Dwarven. The Urban.
Yeah, I know. It's the same. Same thing. Same thing.
The same thing. That's what I was thinking, bro. I was like, what? Ain't they in the game already?
Yeah. I was thinking like the Iron Dwarves. Is it the Iron?
Yeah, the Iron
Dwarves.
Yeah.
The Dark Iron Dwarves. That's it. The Dark Iron Dwarves. They reminded me of that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but the more exciting thing are the systems that are changing with the new expansion. So, starting with hero talents. All classes and all specs are going to have these hero talents. Every class is going to have something like 3 hero talents. And each spec is going to be able to go into 2 different hero talents. And those talents are going to have like 10 abilities or 10, 10 talents to choose from. And in some of those choices, you're going to have multiple choices because it's not just, you just get everything. There's going to be some talents there where you're choosing one or the other. But every spec gets 2 hero talents. And this is going to be a very similar thing to what we had in Legion with the artifact weapons. You sort of chose where you wanted to branch on your artifact weapons. And that's what we're getting with these hero talents. So that is big. Very, very exciting thing. The other thing is that they're calling it war bands, where your class and all your alts become a war band. And basically what they're calling it war bands, but basically what it means is account-wide progression across all your classes. So reputation is shared, bank is shared, renown, everything is shared across all your,
that was a big change, man. Because that was just such a grind.
I was waiting for that song. Because I said, Carl's going to react when he hears that.
100%.
Everything I've heard, that was the one thing I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Really?
Yeah, and don't stop there. It doesn't stop there. With that, you can be on your warrior doing a transmog run, and a leather piece drops. That's for a demon hunter. You unlock it for your demon hunter, even if you're on your warrior. That is also a thing. So you could be on any class, unlock something for your ult without having to be on that ult. You don't have to play that ult to unlock something for them. So everything is just shared across board. Cross-realm guilds. So now you could be in a guild no matter what realm you're on.
Sweet.
So cross-realm guilds, we already have cross-factions, so there is like no restrictions now that you can join a guild that's on a completely different server to you and a different faction to you. Like that's just, they want everyone to be able to play with everyone. Nothing, no more limitations. So that's a big thing with that. They also, dragon flying is going to be the standard flying in the War Within. So that will be across all mounts. They said they said it was something like up to something like 93% or 90% of all the mounts will be using the new, what they call dynamic flying. Even druid forms will also be using dynamic flying. There is a toggle to switch back to the old school way of flying if you want to. They're giving people options, which is really good. They're allowing people to choose whether they want to use dragon flying or they want to use the old school flying in the game. And there's a new outdoor activity called Delves, which people will be able to do whether solo or up to a group of 5 can go into these outdoor events. And they are like, they're similar to the sort of scenarios we had with Torghast and stuff like that. But they haven't gone into exactly what it's going to look like when you actually play it. But that's a new system that's going to be in War Within. And yeah, I think I covered everything there. I mean, that's
you did.
That's a lot of.
And also, was you lot impressed by the cinematics for the new expansion? I thought that's quite good as well.
I mean, I
did.
Didn't
too much. I just thought it was really.
I just thought
it didn't really show much.
I don't. Yeah. Every time I see Fro, it reminds me.
Anduin crying and emotional. I'm just like, what's wrong with Anduin?
Every time I see Fro, it just reminds me why I don't see Garrosh anymore. I would rather
people say Fro cheated. Everyone's like, Fro cheated.
I can't stand him. This is a character. I can't stand the fact he's still there. He's just a punk, man. So,
a little shaman.
Very character. So I don't. That's obviously not the launch trailer. I think it was just for just a
little teaser. But I think that the World of Warcraft. I think they should bring out a World of Warcraft film again, man. That I think it needs it, man.
Only if they do Arthas, man. They need to do the story.
But that's what I'm saying. Just tell the proper story, but do it properly this time. I don't know. I think that's
I don't know. I think at this point in time, I like the Warcraft film, and they had their chance, and they just did whatever they did with it. I mean, it didn't make what they wanted it to make to have a film. I was always with the guys. It would have been better off as a series when you got that kind of lore and that much story. How are you really going to justify that in a film? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think that they missed. And yeah, at this point in time, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, it would have definitely been good a few years back, but nah.
Yeah, I think it's a bit late now.
I'm just saying to revamp it, you know what I mean? Just to bring it back.
No. Listen. Of course, that would be cool. I mean, not saying it's not cool, but now it's missed the opportunity.
Yeah.
And I, as I said before it even came out, I said, why didn't they go for a series?
Yeah.
Warcraft as films, like how many films would you need? You need a minimum of maybe 10 to do the. I mean, remember, Arthur's can't be one film. That would have to be 3 films by itself anyway.
Yeah.
So. And that's Arthur's. Not to mention Deathwing or Kel'Thuzad or all these other characters, plus the heroes of the game. Like, no, way too much. And imagine, you could have 10 seasons strong, let alone films.
Yeah.
10 seasons strong and it still wouldn't be boring.
Yeah.
That's what they're running with. So, including wars and betrayal and deceits and
the arc power.
Yeah.
Mages.
Yeah, it's just all crazy, man.
Yeah,
Demon Hunters. Imagine Demon Hunters. Every race and class has its own lore, their own story.
Death Knights and like,
even think about it like this. We're talking about the high fantasy. We're talking about the high fantasy game. Even the Company of Rogues, they have great stories.
Yeah,
Rogues guilds, they have mad stories of assassinations and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, the Paladins got good stories as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, that ain't no film. No film can cover that. And I think that's just where they got it wrong, but there you go. So yeah, I mean, it's looking good. I am excited. I'm happy. Overall, I did like the event, and also before we move on to the end, I'd like to bring up the fact that Chris Metzen made his return to Blizzard on stage, and Chris Metzen is, you could say, he is to World of Warcraft probably what Steven Spielberg is to Jurassic Park. He is the guy, and he had left. When did he leave? It
a few years ago,
right? Yeah, well, 2016. He left Blizzard. It was a big deal. Because he was responsible for so much of the story, even the voice. I'm pretty sure he did.
The voice of Frau. He was quite a voice of Frau.
His story creation was just fantastic, and he made a grand return, and it was. Yeah. I mean, people were absolutely just over the moon to see this guy come back because he's very genuine about Warcraft. You can tell he cares, and he knows the characters well. And since his departure, definitely story-wise and just a feeling of the game wasn't right. And it was one of the reasons why I didn't play BFA. I played BFA for 2 weeks when it launched, and then I didn't come back till the end. It took a pandemic for me to come back and play the game. So, that happened. And then Shadowlands came. It seemed, I'm not going to shoot it down completely because it had some stuff, but it had some mechanics that just caused you to burn out from the game. And one of those things was called Torghast. And that made me turn off from Shadowlands. I remember that clearly now. Whereas in all fairness, this is the first time in a long time, as far as I can remember, that I bought an expansion for World of Warcraft and I didn't come off the game for the year. Yeah. That says a lot. I can't remember the last time I did that. I really can't. And yeah.
And I would like to ask, so someone like Carl who didn't come back for Dragonflight, that's how bad I'd say Shadowlands is. Or was it BFA where Carl last played?
He weren't there at BFA, I don't think.
No, he did play BFA. Yeah, he did.
He played BFA.
But did you play Shadowlands or did you skip Shadowlands as well?
Shadowlands. I played Shadowlands.
Okay, so it's Dragonflight that you didn't play.
Yeah, I haven't played Dragonflight. No.
Yeah. has the War Within sold you? Are you going back for WoW for that, or?
I mean, well,
Yeah, it's probably a no at this point.
uh,
At this point in time, it's a no, I reckon.
yeah, because the thing is, there's too many games, bro. Like, so many games. It's just like you have to sink your time into these games, man. And it's like, for
Well,
me,
look,
I
put
have.
it this way, Carl. Well, why don't you just actually make it, think? How is it possible that, think about it, you play New World and you don't just jump in and jump out. You play Destiny more than I know anyone else does. So I can't see, if those games are still viable around the time this game comes out, I don't see how you can jump back into WoW. I don't.
Well, we're gonna have to have a talk about Destiny after this.
Yeah. Raph, that's touchy.
Yo.
That's a touchy subject. Destiny, bro. It's a touchy
What's
subject.
going on with
Oh yeah,
Destiny?
we'll get into that later. We'll get into that afterwards. We'll get into that.
Oh, damn.
Not right now. Right now. We will get into that.
Yeah.
But
I hear
back
what you're
on.
saying, though. I hear what you're saying. I know. It's like, it's a time sink, man. It's a time sink still. So I've got to see if I can do that. But it does look. I do like what it looks like. I do like the changes that they're putting in as well. Like the BGs and stuff like that. So I might come back in and give it a go.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, the solo queue RBGs will be a part of War Within when it's a rated actual section. So that's also another thing to look forward to with War Within. So that's the retail expansion, War Within. We also had the announcement of World of Warcraft Classic Cataclysm. So Cataclysm Classic was announced. Now this is an expansion that came after the Wrath of the Lich King expansion. Deathwing comes along, causes a whole lot of destruction to the world of Azeroth. So the whole starter area of World of Warcraft was completely revamped. So there was that happened with Cataclysm. Like obviously Cataclysm, this is when Transmog came into the game. So Transmog will be in Classic. It's going to be account-wide Transmog, account-wide pets, all the time. A lot of the new systems that we're aware of today came with Cataclysm. So like looking for raid system came with Cataclysm. I think it's not going to be a part of Classic. They're keeping looking for raid system out of Classic because they just feel it doesn't fit in with the Classic theme. But yeah, Cataclysm Classic is going to be a thing. I thought it was going to end with Wrath of the Lich King, but it seems that, Blizzard said that they asked for feedback from the Classic community and Cataclysm Classic was voted, as the most wanted thing.
Do you know what, Sean? I would, I wouldn't come back to play Classic Cataclysm because I played that when it was live.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't go back to that. But after that,
same here.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was Mr. Pandera after that, yeah?
Yes, after Cataclysm is Mr. Pandaria.
Oh,
is that are you saying that's what you would come back for?
I would, because I didn't get. I played it, yeah, and then I was like, nah, these pandas. And at the time, I was like, you know what, I ain't.
Yeah, a lot of people were put off by the pandas.
A lot of people left.
That was the first time WoW saw a massive decline in subs.
Yes,
it reached the lowest amount.
Yeah, so I would actually come back probably to Mr. Pandera if they put that back, just to experience that. But yeah.
I mean, for me, I was pretty much like, Wrath was it for me, and I had no interest in Cataclysm Classic. But then, remembering the class I played in Cataclysm, which was the Rogue, it reminded me of how much fun I had on the Rogue in Cataclysm. And I do want to play that again. Play the Rogue in Cataclysm Classic. And rated RBGs came in Cataclysm Classic as well, so it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out in Classic, because Wrath only had Arena, and had regular BGs but no rated BGs. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out in Cataclysm Classic. Because I've played quite a bit of Wrath of the Lich King Classic, because it was the one I looked forward to the most. And now they're moving on to Cataclysm. For me initially, I was like, nah. But just remembering playing the Rogue, I'm like, I'm actually excited to play that again. And Pandaria, like the monk was just at his best in Pandaria.
That's
so
what I'm saying. I want
to play that as well.
Play it. I want to play the monk.
Oh, it was so good. In Pandaria, the monk was the best. Like, it's never been as good as it was in Pandaria.
Yeah.
Never
Heard
been as
about
good.
that. Yeah.
So it looks like that's what's going to happen, and it's really weird because it's like, at what point do they stop doing classic?
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be Warlords of Draenor? Are we going to get BFA classic?
No, bruv, no, I'm out. No, bruv, you can't do that, man.
That's what it's like. Where does it stop? Like, that's
Be a
crazy.
fake classic, you know.
Shadowlands classic. Yeah.
Boy,
Well, I think Legion classic will be very popular. I think loads of people love Legion, so I think that would actually be popular.
Legion was decent still.
A lot of people like Legion. So I don't know where they stop with Cataclysm Classic.
Yeah, you see, even Legion I didn't play too much either. You know what I mean?
Legion was very good, man. Legion was very, very good. Like Raph, your thoughts on Cataclysm? Obviously, we've had
Cataclysm. Yeah, that's a no for me. I remember it. I remember it, and I played it. I think aesthetically, I did like what it did. It changed the whole of Azeroth.
It changed the landscape. That's when it was like,
it changed so much. Yeah. And we were returning back to Azeroth after not being there for two expansions. So we weren't there for Outlands, which was Burning Crusade. We weren't there for when we were in Northrend for Wrath of the Lich King, and then we returned. So I did like that. But yeah, I mean, and I guess as well, you know why it's still kind of fresh to me? I was still doing transmog runs for Firelands and stuff like that. Still in my system. I don't feel like I want to go back to that at all. So Cataclysm doesn't reach out to me.
Yeah, before I stopped playing the game for a while, I was doing transmog runs in Fireland as well, and I got I was on my Paladin, and I got the is it Garrosh's hammer? The hammer? Not Garrosh.
What's
his name?
Ragnaros, yeah.
Ragnaros' hammer.
Hand of Ragnaros, that's what they call it.
Hand of Ragnaros, I got that, and I was so happy because when I was actually live, I was trying to get it and getting raised to get this hammer, brother, and it just worked.
You could never use it.
Never get. Oh, it would drop, and then the 20th man would get it or something. You know what I mean? Like,
the man has been AFK most of the raid.
Being AFK, and he's a
bottom of the DPS field.
He's a healer or something. Like, fuck off, man. I want to play Ret Paladin, man. Come on, man.
It's for my off-spec, man. It's for my off-spec.
Yeah, my off-spec. Yeah, let me have the your healer. No, it's for my off-spec. My off-spec, shut the hell up. Yeah, bro. These ninjas, bro. That's one thing I didn't miss about the old school Warcraft. The ninjas, bro. Yeah. Man's used to join guilds just to thief the loot and then like what's it? G quit. G quit. That's it.
Yeah.
G quit. Remember that? Gone.
Yeah.
So,
I remember those shady man, ninjas.
Yeah, ninjas. Yeah, he's a ninja. Ninja. don't invite him to your guild. He's a ninja. He's a ninja.
I remember that stuff. Yeah. I've got a memory of that. Me and Raph were doing a Firelands transmog run for the mount, that Fireburn. Mount.
Yes.
I don't remember there was a third person in our group.
Yeah.
Raph, you remember that? There was a third guy in our group
who went there for that, right?
Yeah, because we all went there for that mount drop. And the mount dropped, and there was just us three. Obviously, me and Raph and some random guy. And I was like, hey, Raph, let's roll for it. Because I was like, we're not going to give it to this third guy because he's...
Nah, I remember that. And that even to now, that's probably still one of the best mats in the game.
Yeah.
That mount is crazy, yeah.
Oh,
so that's Cataclysm Classic. That wasn't all that we got from the Classic area. So they also announced what some refer to as Classic Plus, Season of Discovery. Now, Season of Discovery is they're taking Classic WoW and throwing a twist in there. So this is nothing like any of the previous expansions. This is a completely new experience with WoW Classic. So the level cap is 25. And obviously, if anyone knows about WoW Classic, the level cap is actually level 60. But it was this season of Discovery, the level cap is level 25. There are raids designed for level 25. One of the raids being Black Fathom Deeps. There's a raid for that level 25. And the difference here with Season of Discovery is you will go, when you go into the game and you're doing the normal stuff, you're questing, you're killing mobs, you're going to discover runes. And these runes give you abilities that your class wouldn't ordinarily have in WoW Classic. So there will be abilities some are brand new abilities that have never been seen before. Some of them are abilities from expansions in the future brought into WoW Classic. So, for example, Paladins get Crusader Strike. That was the ability that was provided to Paladins in Burning Crusade, so it was never in WoW Classic. And then, like, these type of abilities, you can then, once you unlock these runes, you have them forever, and you can enchant them onto gear. So you enchant them onto your gear, and your gear then gives you that ability. So, Paladin can have Divine Storm, another ability that came later on. Crusader Strike, a new ability called Seal of Martyrdom, which is very similar to Seal of Blood, but it has like an AoE effect. There are all these, so they've really done it with a twist. So all these classes are going to have all these abilities, and the level cap's being level 25, but they're going to have a lot more abilities than they should have at level 25 because they can't even fully spec into their talent systems because the talent systems go up to level 60. So Season of Discovery is going to be a WoW Classic with a twist, and that launches end of this month, November 30th. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. Blizzard did say that they're going to increase the level cap over time, but the level cap is going to start at level 25. So spinning it around this time, Raf, what are your thoughts on WoW Classic Season of Discovery? If we ain't got Raf, then maybe over to Carl.
No, I'm here. So basically, I think for me, as it stands with all classic stuff, I was there in the beginning, and as much as sometimes there's certain aspects of classic that puts a smile on my face, there's also aspects of classic that give me borderline PTSD. I can't. It sounds good in that. But the idea of all of that, it's going to be good for those who didn't experience it. But for me, I'm only really interested in live at the moment. And live is offering me so much that I ain't got time for no classic. But for those who do enjoy it, man, it sounds like a fun concept that they got going on with it. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I'll echo exactly what Raf is saying about that PTSD thing, because classic just reminds me of running across the Badlands, the wastelands. Yeah, like no mount.
The suffering days, the days of suffering.
And then you see an emu with a level 25 red skull or skull across their head, and comes and kills you. Then you got to go all the way back. Nah, bruv, I can't do it, bro. No.
The trauma in his voice.
No. You know what? That was Sean and Raf. Yeah, you man, right? For me. I think Raf got me into World of Warcraft, right? So I was there from that. I wasn't even there from the start.
And it was Sean that got me into it.
Oh, well, there you go. So Sean's the one. It's Sean's fault. You understand what I'm saying? So when I got into World of Warcraft, I had a note. I was point. Like they called us clickers. You know the clickers? Like you clicking the skills.
Yeah. Clicking your skills.
I was clicking my skills. I was like running forwards, back, like strafing up. That I thought I was dope. You know what I'm trying to say? Like then someone told me that you can keybind your spells, and I was like,
we were all there at one point.
Yeah, but it's the best memories. But it was one of those. It was a struggle to get to 60, man. And as soon as you got to 60, you were like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like a weight came off your shoulders. So I don't really feel like going through that again.
Well, I mean, with Season of Discovery, the level cap is level 25. So that's the one thing, because I didn't play WoW Classic. Obviously, WoW Classic came out a few years ago. I didn't play it. But Season of Discovery, where they're saying the level cap is 25, I'm like, okay, this is more digestible. I could see me jumping in, having some fun with it, see what it's like. Cause my Paladin can have Crusader Strike and Divine Storm and, abilities you couldn't have in Classic WoW because they weren't in Classic. And the level cap is level 25. So I think, okay, that's more digestible. If it was level cap of 60, that grind is too much for me. I'm like, nah, that's just too much. But level 25, I'm like, okay, there could be some fun to be had there. But, I'll try it out. I'll definitely try it out. See what
let me know how it goes, man.
see what it's like.
It goes.
But yeah, I'll definitely feed back to the podcast when we definitely had a chance with it. Yeah. But yeah, that was, and I think that is everything. So that was.
Yep, that was BlizzCon.
That was BlizzCon.
Now, I guess that brings us to the end, or is
there's a little. So, just what we touched on a bit. There was a whole thing with the Destiny news. So,
right, yes, gaming news. Now, let's see.
Now,
so what have I missed there?
Just give people a little recap. Bungie was acquired by Sony. I think was about a year and a bit ago. Sony acquired Bungie, so Bungie is under the Sony banner. A studio owned now by Sony. And just recently, Bungie had a bunch of layoffs. So a bunch of staff were laid off for Bungie. Destiny was hit with delays. So Destiny's expansion Final Shape, which was meant to be out February, has been delayed into, I think it's like June or July, something like that. And obviously our resident Destiny player, Carl, I'd love to hear what are your thoughts on everything that's going on with Destiny. Are you still playing it? Do you still have interest in playing it? Where are you at with that?
I've gone off it kind of for the last few months, man. Like, especially obviously when I heard the news about Final Shape not coming out, like it's kind of put me in a position where, like, what am I doing? Do you know what I mean? What am I actually playing the game for? Because the seasons are good, but it's not really gonna hold. It's not like an expansion that gets you back in the game, gets you new abilities, and like so that it's kind of like it's like a secondary thought for me right when I'm playing games right now. Like, I do love the game, obviously I put a lot of time into the game, but it's like, and a lot of people that play the game that I usually play the game with aren't playing the game, so it's like it becomes a bit monotonous getting and doing stuff. But it's a kind of I mean, the layoffs, because I know it's due to layoffs or something. They sacked a lot of people at the studios, and I think could either be a good thing or a bad. I don't know why. It must be because who controls it again? Who controls Bungie again? Is it?
So Sony owns Bungie.
Is it Sony? Yeah, Sony.
Yeah,
okay.
Sony owns them. Yeah.
That could be I don't know, but it doesn't sound good. Whatever it is.
Whatever's going on, it's not good.
Yeah.
I think it's a restriction in funding.
Yeah, something like that. It was some sort of restriction in funding there to lay off a lot of people. A lot of people got sacked.
And also Marathon was delayed. I know you was looking forward to Marathon as well. That they delayed that too.
Yeah, Marathon as well. Yeah, all those things. So it's not looking good. It's not looking good on that side, man. So.
And I was looking forward to Final Shape, like, especially where they were bringing in the looking for group system. I was looking forward to it. I was ready to jump in February.
Yeah, but
now I don't even know if I'll ever play it, because if it goes all the way June, July, you're now competing with Path of Exile 2. Yeah. You're going to be competing with a lot more games by the time that time comes out. I don't even know what's going to happen.
Yeah, normally in the summer a lot of games come out. You know what I mean? I don't know.
February was a good time to launch it. That would have been really good.
Yeah, because it's new, fresh. Something will come out like to start the year.
Yeah. It's disappointing.
It is disappointing, but I don't get too attached to games anymore.
Yeah, man. Just play what you like.
Anything can happen, mate.
Yeah, it's true. But we I think this year we've been spoilt for games this year. We got so many options.
100%. Yeah.
That it feels good. Like, I'm just like, I can't believe how great gaming, how great gaming is right now. Like, we just got so many options. I feel like Christmas came so early.
Yeah.
It's just so much, and games are just hitting left, right, and center. And then the fact that WoW is also hitting too is really good, because typically when other games are hitting, WoW's doing really bad. But
Yeah.
WoW's hitting too. WoW's delivering, and it's just like I've just got so much options now. It's such a great feeling. It's a great position to be in.
Yeah, I agree, man. Agree.
So I'm very happy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Continue. Like, I just want them to just focus on making good content, man. Just like, because I think a lot of games have realized that they need to do more. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not gonna. Gaming's evolving. People want more from games. They want more to be more involved in the game than we used to be. So I think companies are getting to.
But they don't want to pay more. They don't want to pay more for it, but they want more engaged.
Yeah, this was what I'm saying. So it's
really
like,
funny.
Whoa. I can counter that. I don't believe this gamers want more. They just want their money's worth. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. They want quality.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. They
prices
want
have gone up for
quality.
games, but you're getting less or more. So, that being said, talk about the fact that gamers want more, and you end up with something like Call of Duty. Like, Call of Duty just came out and gave them the least they've ever got for the price for what they charge. So I personally feel it's just gamers. Listen, I want what I'm paying for.
Anyone who buys a game like that yearly, I think, Craft doesn't even release expansions yearly. Like, Craft can't even do that. How do you release a new game yearly?
Wait. But Craft is totally different. That's a monthly subscription game. I'm talking about a game that you buy.
Yeah, but but think about it. This is exactly my point. An expansion is a lot smaller than a brand new game, man. That's what I'm saying. And Craft can't achieve it yearly. That tells you that they know that quality takes time. They can't do an expansion yearly. Even though they wanted to, all the way back in the day, they were like, oh yeah, we're going to do yearly expansions. They've never been able to achieve it. How does Call of Duty release a new game every year? Not an expansion, a new game every year, which is bigger than an expansion. Every year. That tells you that they're not, it's like the quality is far less than what it should be. And that is the whole point, that they're getting it out yearly when Craft can't even get an expansion out yearly. They can't. How do they get a game out yearly? Every year, a new game.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So it was only a matter of time before, the fans started to revolt and be like, what the hell is this? Like, now you're not even trying. It was only a matter of time.
Yeah. It's wild. It's crazy. Crazy.
Like, you can imagine Assassin's Creed stopped doing yearly because people realized how poor it was getting, like how terrible that it just wasn't. There wasn't effort being put in, and they stopped doing yearly games. So it was only a matter of time. I think it needed the wake up call, and I hope. I don't think this is going to be the wake up. I expect another Call of Duty next year because they're not going to listen. But people need to speak with their wallets. That's the thing. People need to just be like, nope, we're not buying your next game. And then they will stop doing this bullshit.
This is which I've always advocated. You can't. Words don't mean nothing to these guys. It's what you do with your wallet.
Yeah. This is it. Like people just need to stop buying it because they from when Terrence comes on again, it'll be good to hear what he's saying, that they really did take the piss this time. They really they used multiplayer maps and reskinned it as story maps. I'm like, they're taking the piss. I'm like, yeah, that's wrong.
I'm sure for him, he's probably feeling like, Colden, you're insulting my intelligence here now. That's because from the tone I could gather from where he's feeling really like, are they taking the mick out of me? Like, am I that stupid? I'm just going to look at this and not recognize it. It's a multiplayer map. That's bad, man.
It's wrong. It's wrong still. It's very wrong.
But,
it's one of those ways where it's like, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised because it was only a matter of time. I'm not surprised. So yeah, like it's really funny to me. That's where we're at. IGN apparently gave it a 4. The lowest score that COD's ever gotten from one of these big media outlets. And imagine that's lower than. I swear that's lower than a Golem game. I think the Golem game got a higher score than that.
Oh, man.
Hey, listen, I'm scratching my head trying to work out what fits a 4. Like, how bad do you need to be to get a 4?
Exactly. How bad?
You know how
must it
bad?
be
Like
to
a
get
bad
4?
game. A bad game is usually a 5. That's like, right, you're bad. Even a 6, but 4. That's unheard of, man. I can't even think of when I'd heard of a 4. That's very, very strange. Yep, they obviously felt comfortable enough to just throw that out there.
Boy.
But I remember I laughed because obviously when Modern Warfare 2 came out, and then they were like, yeah, the Call of Duty next year is Modern Warfare 3. I was like, what? You're not even like trying to like mix it up? Black Ops maybe? Like normally they always mix it up year by year. But then they were just like, yeah, Modern Warfare again next year. I was like, right, you're actually taking a piss. But I never saw this coming out. They would really try and mock the people, mock the fans. They obviously saw how much Modern Warfare 2 sold, and they were just like, yeah, we've got to make money off these people again. We've got to do it next year. It'll be very interesting to see if it is still number one selling game for the year at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably would be. It probably will be, to be fair. I don't think there's any. Is there any bigger game than that this year? Oh, no.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else bigger than that this year?
There's only like
What,
Spider-Man.
for this year?
For
No, not
sales
really.
wise,
That's just
yeah.
a big
Spider-Man 2, what was it? Oh, that's this week.
Nah, I don't think I don't think that'll sell anywhere near Call of Duty. No, because there isn't a Pokemon game this year, is there? No, there's not even a Pokemon this year. Was there a Pokemon this year? I don't even know.
Was it
Yeah,
at the beginning of the year? I can't remember, you know.
that's what I'm thinking. Was Scarlet and Violet this year?
I don't even
I'm not sure. Let me check. Did that come out? No, that was last year. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of that. Yeah, so there's nothing up against Call of Duty sales wise. Yeah. Oh wow. So yeah, that's probably going to be the biggest selling game this year, despite the fact, from the sounds of it, it doesn't deserve to be.
Yeah, that's all wild, man.
Yeah.
Wild. You're just like, what is going on?
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know what, Baldur's Gate sort of made a testament to what quality games should be. And I think loads of things are going to be compared to that going forward, which is really good. That's such a good thing for the industry.
Yep. Agree with that.
And I'm glad that that's what's going to be going on now, going forward. When people drop their games, people are just going to keep comparing it to Baldur's Gate 3, and it's going to put shame to devs who don't put the work in.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I think we've gotten to the end of all gaming news. I'm not sure if I've missed anything.
No, I think that does bring us to the end. And yeah, so other than that, I believe that's it. Looking at it, so we've covered BlizzCon. So those of you listening, that was a recent conference that happened. We should be back with an episode pretty soon, where we'll be covering a lot more. And perhaps Sense will be available for that episode. We shall see. And I think that takes us to closing words. So yeah, just closing words from myself. If you're anywhere if you're in the UK, be careful in the weather that we've been having. As it's been a bit stormy. So my closing words: take care out there, and keep enjoying games and anything else that grabs your interest, anything else that can give you a peace of mind and a genuine escapism. Enjoy it, and that's my closing words for that.
It's nice.
On to you, Carl. Closing words from you. Moving on.
Yeah, man, stay safe. Staying, don't if you don't have to travel, try not to, because I don't know how bad it's gonna get out there. Yeah, enjoy your games. It's gaming season, So it's coming. Yeah, Christmas time. So get the slippers out. I mean, the hot cocoa, you know. But yeah, yeah, Jason, enjoy yourself. Get the back catalogue out, But yeah, man, that's mine.
And to end with Sean.
Yeah, no, it's very shocking how quickly the year's gone by. I can't believe Christmas is around the corner and then we got the new year. So yeah, it's been a shock, but this has been a very great gaming year. I think it's been the best in years for gaming. So yeah, I'm going to continue enjoying my games and surprisingly almost 20 years of WoW, and I'm still excited about World of Warcraft almost 20 years on. Is pretty it just
That,
shows how good
that is
gaming can be.
great still. That you 20 years on
Yeah.
still for a game.
Can you imagine? I'm still
That's
excited about a game that came out 20 years ago.
That's nuts.
It's crazy.
I don't think about it like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So the fact that they're still able to do that just shows how great.
That's unprecedented, man.
Yeah.
Imagine 20 years and you still want to play the game. That's crazy.
Still playing the very same game. Well, obviously, not exactly the same, but an evolved version of it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But still, it's just, it's not a new game engine. It's not that it's still the same game.
It's not World of War. It's not World of Warcraft 2
or 3. Yeah,
It's not like other games. Overwatch. Hint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what? There was some talk about people talk about should WoW have a reset. I think if WoW was to do anything, it should do it how Path of Exile's doing it. You make a WoW 2 with a brand new engine.
Yeah.
Leaves
100%.
leaves all the people with the potato PCs behind.
Yeah.
A new engine, keep World of Warcraft going for the people who want the old engine. And then WoW 2 is a brand new reset. Start from again with a brand new game engine. I think they should have them as separate games. Do not replace current WoW with WoW 2.
But
Just
where
make
would
it
they
a separate
go?
game.
But Sean, where would they go with the story though? Because obviously the law is set.
Well, it's a reset, isn't it? So I don't know if it'll be 100 years into the future or something like that. It would be a reset. So everyone starts again from level 1, but it's a new story because it'll be WoW 2, isn't it? So essentially it's a sequel, so it has to be into the future. And I think they should be separate games. I think they should do it, but make it a separate game. Don't try to replace WoW with it because I've seen what happened with RuneScape and EverQuest. People just went back to the old game. And it's just make it a separate game and don't try to replace current WoW. But I think they should do something like that. But because of the way Path of Exile 2 is doing it and they're going to support both games simultaneously, I'm like, that's the way it should be done. To appease both audiences, because some people don't want to go to a new game. They don't want a new game engine. Some people are just stuck in old ways. That's why we've got WoW Classic now, because some people just want the old stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be the best way to handle it. But I'm going to be playing WoW, so that's going to be me over the next few weeks, and then I'll provide updates about that in the next podcast.
All right.
No doubt. Okay, guys. So everyone enjoy, and it was great catching up and doing the podcast. So till the next time, guys.
Peace out, man.
Peace.
Okay. Bye bye.